And this particular phase of growth of FTMS is very remarkable, as it basically is a paradigm change going from teaching institution to that of research. I'm actually extremely proud that the chairman of this conference, Sajilal, is the CEO of the FTMS group in Malaysia. Normally, people who go into administration, management, they gradually disconnect from research. I'm happy to see that Sajilal is also an active researcher, and it is very appropriate that he chairs this conference. I do not know whether he shared with you this fact that his recent research in linguistic computing has attracted quite good attention, and he last year visited a huge conference held in my state with about 800 delegates, international conference, and walked away with the best paper award for his research work. I'm extremely pleased that rare combination of a person who is doing management and also cutting edge research in ICT is leading this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to make a couple of remarks about research as words of felicitations on this occasion. Research, I believe, is creative questioning. I would like to just talk a bit about both creativity and about questioning. Education, when there is no research in it, is centered around answers, not questions. Research requires you to ask a creative question and then find a creative answer. The whole word creativity comes in. To do research, the basic culture of raising questions need to be encouraged. Unfortunately, what we find is that our higher education system works the other way around. It stifles questioning. I read that in one research journal it says, a 5-year-old child will in a day ask 500 questions. Those who have kids know this very well. We get a headache with these questions. Some of these questions are actually very great and worth consideration by top researchers. But we just take it as a headache. But what happens as this child goes into higher education? The child is instructed not to ask questions, and questions are classified as foolish and good questions, polished questions. And as the child reaches the stage of a researcher, they struggle to ask a question. In fact, in my university, we jokingly say that a person who has taken his PhD is described best as one with permanent head damage, P, H and D. The person at the level at which they need to ask great questions and be fond of great questions and then think of creatively answering these questions, we find that this to ask questions and this curiosity to ask questions is gone. Conferences are a venue to see people asking great questions and trying to answer them. Very often, unsuccessfully, I would say, because most research papers begin with one question and leave back many more questions. If you look at the conclusion part of a research paper, we very often find that it raises more questions than what it started to solve. This must be so, and this is the joy of research. And I would like to add a word about the relevance of research in the local scenario. Of course, we think globally, but we need to act locally also. Selecting problems for research need to be aimed at pressing problems that are around us. And because of the very well-defined and well-accepted connection between research and industry, we also need to ensure that research is aimed at things which can be translated into services and products in industry so that it is economically very attractive. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you that there are 5 patents based on a single steel wire. A single steel wire has produced 85 patents. What I am referring to is the safety pin, the hair pin, the paper clip, the pin, the stapler clip. All of this have held patents for 18 years in US. I would think that if we can unleash